Hello and a very warm welcome as Max dominates the Baku Grand Prix. Ferrari both retire and are out the championship. They will not win the championship, they make too many mistakes. And another podium for George Russell. Yeah, a Baku Grand Prix that had no safety cars and no crashes, which is unusual. We get into the start of the race, Perez aces the start. He went off like a rat. Yeah, it was a clean start, but he went through his tyres really quickly. Latifi gets a 10-second stop and go for being out of place at the start. Grid people were on actually. Working on his car, you're not allowed to. He gets a penalty. Virtual safety car comes out as Carlos Sainz retires. Pit stops. Max then overtakes Checo. And Leclerc retired. And McLaren were not good today. I didn't like what I saw. Daniel Ricciardo quicker and wasn't allowed to go through when he was on a different strategy. Heartbreak for Yuki Tsunoda as he had a wing issue. Would have finished 6th. Latifi, another penalty for blue flags. And no safety car, no crashes. Round Baku, very unusual. Fastest lap, who was it? Was it Perez? Race rating 7 out of 10. Star of the Grand Prix, I would go Vettel. So let's run down the order. P1 Max, he will win this championship. There's no doubting about it. Ferrari made too many mistakes. And they will not allow Perez to fight. P2 Sergio Perez, aced the start, was dominating, went through his tyres. Very lonely race to finish. P3 George Russell, another podium, schools Lewis Hamilton. Quite a boring race for George, but he's doing the business. P4 Lewis, not good. Awful really. I mean, he's gained 3 places, finishes like 25 seconds off George, really poor. He's gained 3 places, one was Gasly and the other 2 retired. Shocking. P5 Pierre Gasly. Probably his best Grand Prix this year. P6 Sebastian Vettel, probably driver of the day. He did make a little error where he went down the escape road. Maybe he could have been ahead of Gasly. 7th Fernando Alonso, very solid. 8th Daniel Ricciardo. Lot of bullshit at McLaren. Ricciardo was quicker, he wasn't allowed through. And then Norris wants to come through at the end. It's why? Like, McLaren should have let Ricciardo go. They didn't. It was criminal, really. P9, Lando Norris. Whining on the radio. Bit of a bitch today, Lando. I mean, Daniel obeyed team orders. And, not very fair, I would say, on Ricciardo. 10th Esteban Ocon. 11th Valtteri Bottas. 12th Alex Albon. 13th heartbreak for Yuki. Was guaranteed P6. And then he had an issue with his wing. 14th Schumacher. Shite. 15th Latifi. Stop and go penalty. 5 seconds for blue flags. Shocking. Retirements. Ferrari engines. Yes. Sainz, Leclerc, Guan Yu Zhou, Kevin Magnussen and Lance Stroll. The only non-Ferrari engine to retire. Baku race reaction. Max wins. Ferrari are a shambles. And Max is going to be the champion this season. There's no if, there's no buts, there's no maybes. Charles is a very good driver. He does nothing wrong this weekend. And once again reliability costs him. As it did in Spain. Ferrari made too many mistakes. Whether it's strategy, reliability. And Red Bull had reliability issues and now they've seemed to have sorted it. It's impressive by Max. Perez has done a good weekend again. But I don't feel he'll be allowed to fight for the title. And Russell's schooling Hamilton. Schooling him. It's embarrassing. It's not good enough. Not good enough at all. It's a poor race by Lewis. Poor. Dreadful. I mean, he's literally gained 3 places. And 2 of them retired. And Gasly, wow, very bad. We go on to Canada. Finally, we'll be back at Canada for the first time in years. Enjoyable weekend. Baku, is a good track. Throws up some good racing. Yeah, comment down below your thoughts. Max wins the Baku Grand Prix.